Hello, welcome to Toprock. I hear it's a little cold there in the north. I hope you guys in the northern hemisphere are all right. You've been there for quite a few years, so I'm sure that insulation is all right. It's another dastardly day here in Africa. Hello, as I was saying, welcome to Toprock, Africa's oldest and most reputable wholesaler and now also retailer of minerals, fossils and shiny things from the African earth. I'm Francis, that's the Iron Cat, and that's a nice southern hemisphere sky. Right, if this is your first time here, happy days. We do more than just load around and swim when we can. We deal with rocks. And if it is your first time here, and if you want to be a wholesaler, we've got some requirements. You've got to have, well, $500 in the kitty or stockpiled before we consider shipping. Other than that, we're pretty easy-go-lucky. Happy days. Comment to claim. If you are new, please introduce yourself. Cara's got a little short story in the description that has all kinds of riveting truths and twists, and there's a plot at the end that will shake you to the bone. Other than that, Cara has some interesting things to say.
I have no idea what Francis has run through, but the exchange rate today is $16.19 to the dollar.
16.19, man.
19, yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, guys, what's happening there in America? Never mind the tariffs, the 20%, 30%. The tanking dollar's going to hurt you more than the actual tariffs.
Just a reminder to old and new clients that you need to confirm your order within 7 days and pay as soon as you can.
Oh, that reminds me, yes. There you go. If you don't confirm your order, you go into the big black book of bad people. And once you're in the big black book of bad people, whew, well, then the accountants have got your name, and you don't want that. All right, so we've got another Congolese heavy cocktail show today. One mineral dealer from the Congo pitched up in the beginning of the week, and not a day later, another fellow arrived with some interesting things that we haven't seen for quite a while. The acicular aragonite especially is what really tickles my blood pressure. And some azurite. Now, we didn't get much. All in all, I think of the aciculars, we got maybe 10 kilograms. Of the azurite, all in all, there's maybe 6 flats. So, good luck. Don't fight. Be kind. And, well, see you on the other side, because this is a 3-trolley show and I'm going to have to babble on a little bit faster than usual, and I've already banged on and been in the pool. So let's go. Petrified wood slices from Madagascar. There will be 4 of them in this gorgeous flat. Not the usual iron-rich petrified wood, but also not the same as the Zimbabwean one that has a nice green nickel tinge to it. These 4 polished on both sides. Oh, I lie. There are 6 of them. Well. With that lovely quartzite sound, almost imitating teacups on an English bowling day. 6 slices. Let's have a look at the others. They're okay. Nice little bit of juicy in there. What's it? Podocarpus. These 6 are going to cost $78, flat 426. Onto some very fresh, squeezed, polished blue lace agate standing freeforms. This is a beauty with some beautiful scalenohedral calcite on the inside of there. I beg to say, but I do believe, I think these need to be cleaned still. They look a little bit on the dirty side, so they won't be going anywhere until that happens. These 3 little polished blue laces from Nsanja in Malawi, they weigh 1.645 kilograms. Very good to A grade. They're going to cost $80. This is a flat 104. Onto some Salrose, or it's cobalt bearing dolomite with sometimes not so subtle calcite. That's why I think Nick has opted to call them Salros, because it's either one or the other, or both at the same time. That there is absolutely delicious. Look at that gemmy cobalt bearing dolomite. Or is it fans of calcite? Oh, this one here with a nice generous sprinkling of malachite. Not tan enough to be colwezite. That's interesting. That could very well be colwezite. And then a dark pink specimen here. Nice large rhombic dolomite crystals. Bit of a lighter Barbie pink hue on this one. There we go. That's interesting. That's definitely a different mineral one there. This beautiful flat of Salros is it doesn't weigh very much. It's 1.005 kilos. It's going to cost $37. It is a flat of 161. Lekker. On to a rarity. Yes. Tommy, our Malagasy representative, well, he bumped his toe on something, probably a rock, and found a shoebox that was hiding away from the recent Malagasy shipment, and in it was a handful of Hollandite. That's lovely Hollandite too. There's probably the 2 flats in the sale today. Hey Tommy, how many flats of Hollandite did you make up? How many Hollandites did you make up?
My size now is 4 boxes in total.
4. Okay, so Tommy's got 4 flats that he's made up.
Got 2.
And there's this 2, and that is it. Little itsy bitsy Hollandite stars. Happy days. And that's lekker, man. So 20 little Hollandite crystals here from Madagascar. They weigh 515 grams. They are rated good to A grade. They're going to cost $54. The box number is 147. Happy days. On to more Malagasy. This time blue flash labradorite. That is a beauty. The proverbial Mona Lisa. Watching you no matter where in the room you are. You can't hide from this labradorite. It's almost like God. Lurking, watching your every move. Doing something naughty? Well, Labradory worry is what you have. 6 standing freeforms. And these are, well, 5 out of 5. That's 6 out of 6, man. This is a genuinely awesome little flat labradorite. Weighing all of 1.69 kilos. It's quite aptly rated as very good to A grade. Possibly the very good, only because of the presence of biotite in this one. It's going to cost $59 for the 6. This is flat number 988. On to some Sashi River. We got ourselves 2. Well, 1 small little polished geode and 1 large one. And this is the nice traditional strong red agate. Probably rated very good because the patterns aren't quite as discernible. That's correct. It's rated very good only. These 2 are going to set you back $32 only. That's flat 962. On to some Buckenhout hook. Say it with me, Buckenhout hook. Buckenhout hook. It's a 35 little beautiful spirit quartz crystals. Nice little bit of limonite, and iron. This is the old-fashioned deposit where the smaller windows with all those beautiful little crystals on the planes on their side. Old-fashioned, old style, old rules. 35 of these beautiful little lilac beauties. They weigh all of 880 grams, all rated as A grade. They're going to cost $47, and that's old style for pretty much old style prices. Flat 233. Very nice. And there's Shay, and there's the sign for the Springboks. Yes, please. Hey, have you seen this, Jono? Hey, Johns. He's got his earphones in. Hey, Brew. Hey, you with the ginger hair. Have you checked this? This is Shay Murray. And that's a photo in the States. Look. And the Springboks Durban. Lekker, hey? That's cool. Funky. Anyway, I'll get over gloating now. We are the world champions after all. I just bring that into every conversation I have. We got ourselves 70 little celestite freeforms, and by no means are they perfect. They have been, well, they've been on a long journey from Madagascar, just like Tudor has been on a long journey through life. These 70, they weigh all of 1.37 kilograms. And they are going at cost price, well, simply because, well, geez, they are gorgeously gemmy, but slightly bruised. This one here is the only one with an actual chip. But if you're a lapper, happy days. Celestite is, however, not very soft. So these are going to cost a magnanimous $36 for flat 132. Aha! Yummy. Right, we got ourselves a circular aragonite. Where to start? Let's do the smallie one first. And there are nooks, crannies, hints of chalcedony, and a lot of druzy. I mean a lot of druzy on all of them. Let's just slowly go over this. Not many, like I said. I don't think there was more than 10 kilos. And there's the aragonite. Well, there's the druzy. Little hints of turquoisey aragonite. So, but look at that. That's rather special. This one here is even better. Ooh, no, the pedestal's taken up. Here we go. Look at the acicular spray of aragonite on top of. Geez, it could be chalcedony. It has got druzy over it. There we go. Very special. And I'll tell you what else is very special. They might very well contain manganese, which means they might very well light up a little bit. Here we go. The two suspects. And off you go. Let's have a looky what's going on here. Little excitable specks of what I don't know actually if that's manganese. It's a bit more orange than red. That's nice. It's the bottom side. In the matrix, that's where it is. The other Smarty Pants one. It's got all those little sprays of aragonite. Turn you around as well. Nah, not much happening on this one. I lie. Look at the veins where these are possibly manganese fluids seeped into the rock. Yeah, geological porn. These two little collector's items, they weigh, I don't know, where's my ticket? They're not too light. It's 1.475 kilograms. They're going to cost $111. It's a flat 121. Onto some black tourmaline. They are 35. Vermiculite heavy black tourmaline shell specimens from Irongo. This is a little bit different though. That's tourmalinated quartz, also from Namibia. I'm not sure if it's from Irongo. So you've got a classic spray, black tourmaline. These might have some highlight opal, although all these ones with a, oh, this is interesting. All these ones with the, of which are vermiculite mica heavy, generally didn't come or don't come with the highlight opal. That's very nice. Dainty, delicate little fella. Let's see if these light up. 35 little black tourmaline specimens and nothing.
They're about as exciting as Francis's big toe.
If you can hear Cara, little peanut gallery outside the door, never mind. I said these are about as interesting as my big toe. And I accuse her of being a little old-fashioned for using such unimaginative metaphors. They're about as interesting as, well, vermiculite and black tourmaline from Irongo, which is rather interesting. They weigh all of 1.41 kilograms, rated as good 2A grade. They're going to cost $60. This is flat number 30. And they don't look anything like my toes. Ha! Anyway, on to some tractor ammonites. This is the second last flat, I think, of these little A-grade beauties. They weren't cheap. I think these are still going for about 3,200 Rand per kilogram. It is what it is. Weighing all of 360 grams, these little tractors will, well, set you back $72. This is flat number 156. On to some natural blue lace agate. And let's start with the crappy one. Ah, that's crap. If that's crap, then that's awesome. You always want crap like that. That's beautiful. A little bit heavier on the matrix at the bottom there. But other than that, well, I'll tell you what, if you did lap this, I reckon that would clean out to more blue lace. That's beautiful. This one's the winner, the flagship. Lots of blue lace, lots of juicy, lots of quartz. It's a nice vug, nice botryoidal extrusion. That's a lovely little blue lace. And it's not that little. These two weigh 3.11 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $57. That's flat 134. On to some azurite. Just little bits of azurite from the Congo. I tell you what, this is a hell of a hard thing to get hold of lately. Maybe for the past year we've been lucky to see maybe, well, we saw some in Johannesburg when Cara and myself went down for the auction at Danny's. That was about 15 kilograms. How's that going, Mr. Lansner? He took pretty much all of it. So yeah, rather special to get any azurite at the moment. This is from the Congo. I'll tell you what. There's a little bit of chrysocolla there. There's a little bit of gemmy azurite. Winking as we look at it. There we go as well. The Congolese azurite is quite definitive, as recognizable should be. It's a little fans, the little blades. In fact, I'll come back to some other azurite when we get to the pseudomorphs. Anyway, these weigh 256 grams. They're going to cost $28. This is flat number 140. Onto some tumble diates. Yes, that rare mineral that looks beautiful and gemmy and almost competes with emeralds. This diaptase, just willy-nilly tumbled for your pleasure. 20 of these little free forms. Let's just have a look there. Let's see if there's any gemmy ones. $360 grams, that's what these 20 weigh. They're going to cost $60. That is flat $322. Onto some petrified wood of other sorts. It's heart-shaped, polished petrified wood from Madagascar. There's two big vugs over there. Oh, look, pyrite. That's the first time I've seen pyrite in the Malagasy petrified wood. That's all pyrite, that's hematite. That's very interesting. These two hearts weigh 1.55 kilograms. They are rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost, oh, let's see, $45. That's flat 163. Oh, we had one here and we got 4 more on the same trolley. So that is some absolutely exquisite gemmy dolomite next to some and it must be cobalt influence because it's slightly pink. Little hints of chrysocolla as well. That is that biotite? Geez, there's a lot going on here. I am, however, looking for the aragonite. Tell you what, this is bound to glow. It's an interesting specimen. Juicy coated chrysocolla. Lots of vugs. There's calcite. This is a hell of a little cocktail. So try and get in there. That's scalenohedral. I bet you this is going to glow quite nicely. Oh, there we go. There's the aragonite. Some interesting red minerals in there. There's some more of the aragonite. There's so much to look at here. It's a bit unnerving. So let's put these beneath the midwave. Right, let's see what's happening here. Not a lot there. That's quite remarkable. Ooh. No figs to dog wants to come in. He's got FOMO. So let's turn these around a little bit. There's always two sides to a rock, isn't there? That one is pretty weird. Okay. Ooh, hello. Oh, hello. Who and what are you? That's beautiful. That's weird. That's whatever. This is the one that was vaguely purple, and I'll tell you what, that I'm going to put my neck on the block and say that this is not dolomite. That is in fact calcite. And the reason I'm saying that is because I have had some experience with proper scalenohedral calcite from the same deposit that fluoresced bright purple. And what fluoresces bright purple? REEs fluoresce bright purple. That's my guess. No aragonite on this beastie, but that is pretty darn special. That's also Cora's hand.
That is cobalt bearing calcite.
Thank you,
my
Cora.
opinion.
Yeah, no, thanks, Cora. Right, these four weigh 835 grams. They're going to cost $60. It's a flat 160. Onto some cornelian palm stones, all 13 of them. They look okay. There's 13, one sharing there. Orange and everything. Yeah, I can't say that these impress me very much. Cornelian schmillion. That's about as cornelian as Cora's big toe. These 13 rated very good to A. 1 kilogram exactly. It's going to cost $31. It is flat number 78. Onto a flat of Shiretsi. We've got 70 little crystals. And if your eye is not immediately drawn to this beastie, it's because you're blind. But look at that. Yummy. These are rated very good to A, which for a flat of 70 is almost unheard of. For jewelry, for putting in your pocket or your purse, I'm looking for that typical Shiretsi stepped scepters, kind of what they're known for. Hello. It's not very impressive, is it? Nah. Ooh, this is. There we go. It's step nature. That's alright. A little scepter. I see another better scepter here. Hey, Nick's got something to contribute. Let's see what Nick's doing. Before I lose focus. This flat over here is going to be $40. That's for 70 little Shiretsis. That's flat 697. Let's see what Nick's doing. That looks like zoisite.
Does anyone want to try and salvage broken zoisite with ruby?
Anyone for some corundum and zoisite?
They're from Northern Europe. I think they're Finnish.
Finished.
It's not all, they're not all, don't have all their fins, so they're Finnish. Sorry, that was bad. Yeah, shame. They've been packed away for like since the 1980s, and some of these are damaged. No, nobody wants to buy them. I was going to put them on your desk.
Oh, okay. Thanks, man.
To play with. See if there's any.
All right. So anyone wants a broken or a non-finish?
It wasn't a bargain offer for the live show. It was just
A bunch of broken zoisite fish. There's corundum in between. You can salvage the corundum by polishing around it.
It's a good question. What do people do with their broken crystals?
What do you do with your broken crystals? I don't know, Cora. However, what we have here is a nice big ass whole ammonite. There's a little bit of purple opalescence on the edges there. Nothing too much to cause any heart attacks for those people who are, well, curtailed by blood pressure issues. This is quite the safe ammonite. It's gonna, well, it weighs 1.8 kilos. It's gonna cost $103. It's a flat 100 and, well, no, just flat 61. Okay, moving on to some crystalline malachite. Or is it, in fact, crystalline malachite? What it is 1.32 kilograms worth of A-grade shiny green stuff from the Congo. Now, John knows just the next, my little podium. I shall move it to here. Try and get in there and show you some of these habits, because we love crystals with bad habits. What is that, Gav?
That was a funny joke.
Bad habits lead to?
What?
Come on, man. That's a song. It's that song.
I don't know the song.
Crystal habits lead to late nights, I think. That is a spectacular little specimen right there. 32 kilograms. Let's just try and focus back on that. Let me take a photo of two of these. This glorious little green monster is going to cost you all of $74. That's flat 129. On to another little monster. It's a strontium heavy, well, celestite. Fell from the sky a few million years ago, crushing everything in its way and then ending up on the shores of Sakwani, a dainty, airy-fairy little, actually Muslim village on the eastern coast of Madagascar. They only work 3 days of the week there, because that's how it rolls in Muslim island communities. You can only get there by boat, and then you've got to time it with the tide. This little fella, it's a 3.91 kilograms. It's going to cost all of $102 for some A-grade celestite, flat 108. And then on to a little bit of spherical green love from the Mandingi mine in Congo. We've got some, wow, you can call it ball malachite, you can call it botryoidal malachite, you can call it spherical habits of green deliciousness on some rather smoky quartz. It's a beautiful specimen, rated as very good to A grade, and only because of these slight little scuff marks here and there and everywhere, is going to cost all of $99. This is flat 114. And hello, trolley number 2. We say good day to you, Mr. Well, many Mr. Kyanites. There's a whole lot of blue kyanite in here. 2.03 kilograms worth of Zimbabwean kyaniteness. And the one I pull out first is absolutely gemmy. That's rather lovely. Very lovely. What a luck. A little bit of biotite in the mix there as well. Grab another handful. That first one was too good to be true. Biotite and kyanite. It's almost as if they belong together because it rhymes. Lol. Right. These 2.03 kilograms, rated good, very good to A grade. They're going to cost $50. It's a flat 617. On to some Chaos Anarchy Asylum Quartz. 12 crystal clusters from the Congo with inclusions of all kinds and all sorts. Look at that. Look at the clarity. These are fantastic. All of them on a kind of chevron amethyst matrix. Anarchy Chaos. You don't creep much upon people, do you, Cora? That if you were wondering what the sound was, that was what the sound was. Oh, there she goes. That's how we find her in a dark room. Can you take them off or something? It's hard to hear myself. Awesome little Congolese magic. These, I don't know what they weigh, but they cost $42. It's probably close to 1.5 kilos. Is that a crack? It's almost a crack. Is it a volatile crack? I don't think so. I can't break it with my fingers alone, so that's all right. $42 for flat 449. On to 3-hole ammonites. A little bit of red streaks of opalescence. Well, opalescence, not much. Nice patterning. Nice iridescence on the inside. Yeah, very good grade. These are weigh all of 410 grams. They're going to cost $46. That's flat 133. On to some more crystalline magic. It's malachite, and not just malachite, but this very, 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 very nice pseudo malachite. Let's get a close up. There are 12 of these beautiful specimens, clusters, all rated as A grade, I reckon. Well, maybe that's very good. Almost a little subtle hint of chrysocolla in the corner. These 12, they weigh all of 990 grams. They're going to cost all of $55. This is flat number 138. Next up, we got some Malagasy Purple Flash Labradorite. A little bit of flash there. Ah, okay, so that was the wrong side. This is most certainly the right side. That's beautiful. These two, they weigh 1.6 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $43. It is flat 125. Next up, Malawi Blue Lace Agate. 12 little geodes. This is a little beautiful with a very soft little druzy on the inside. There's a little portal. That's gorgeous. That's a beautiful geode. That's a cutie pie. That's a nice crystal. It's a very good grade, this one. All in all, Very much A grade. Ah, damn it. Mostly A grade. And then 2 of those Dodgers. These 12, they weigh all of 2.55 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $50. What's that? $50 for 2.5 kgs of blue lace agate from Malawi. It's a flat 109. On to dioptase, because, well, we're doing Congo, we must do dioptase as well. Off the cuff, these look very goodish to me. Quite a bit of scuff marks there. But some beautiful crystals deeper in. There's a whole lot. Oh, this is actually quite a bit. Yeah, no, I wanted to say malachite, but that is solid dioptase mass, and you can see there used to be calcite, scalenohedral calcite. That's what those little holes are, and they've obviously through the years they've broken down and disappeared. That's an interesting specimen. That's a lovely little guy. Oh, 2 sides to the dioptase. How apt, being dioptase. No, that's not great. So, a bit of a here and there and everywhere flat of dioptase, weighing 540 grams, rated good, very good to A grade. It's going to cost $137, which is very cheap for dioptase. And that kind of makes sense, and it does. Quality relates to price. It's flat 50. On to some, as you're right, 6 larger specimens. It's let's just look at the best one immediately, because that's where the eye just runs to. That is absolutely glorious. 6 of these, including the obligatory oxidated malachite, or oxidated azurite that turns into malachite. That's good grade, heavy as well, a lot of copper in here. Ooh, that's nice. So here's a fantastic little example of the blades I talk about, but we'll come back to that. These 6 little azurites, they weigh 1.09 kilograms. They're going to cost $50. This is flat number 139. Ooh, let me take a photo of that. I want to see that. Up next, the proverbial cocktail of, well, Congolese cocktail. There we got some cobalt-bearing dolomite with malachite. More of the same, except this time with druzy and malachite in the mix. Chrysocolla vug, lots of druzy, hell of an attractive. There's chrysocolla, just a little film on the base. Malachite with druzy, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's nice. Sorrows, some more. Some druzy over the kaolinite as well. Here we got some more of the same cobalt influence, the pink, some malachite around the edges with lots of druzy, more druzy. Maybe you should just call this flat the druzy flat. Here we go. The pterogenite in the mix as well. But there's one specimen in this flat that just beats all the others. And I'm going to come there last. But look at that in the meantime. That is a beautiful shade of pink. That looks like that's a classic Laputo. Chrysocolla, layer of druzy. and say hello to Shutterkite. How fabulous is that? Some cobalt influence there as well. It is delicious. Yes, please. This glorious flat of Congolese cocktail behavior. It weighs 1.736 kilograms. It's going to cost all of $68, but it is flat 176. Nicey. Then onto some Buchenhout. We've got 3 spiritual amethyst clusters, light lilac, heavy on the side crystals of the planes, a bit of limonite at the base. Limonite makes way for goethite, and there's some beautiful iron red stains in the windows. Nice. Sparkly. That's a beautiful cluster. And this one I assume will be very good. Excuse me. It weighs 1.14 kilograms, rated as all A grade. It's gonna cost all of $63. This is flat number 386. Next up, some nickel chalcedony. It is Mtorolite from, yes, Mtoroshanga. There are 35 little one-side polished only plates, and they are beautiful. Not 35, in fact there's 36, 37, quite a few basically. Oh, there's more than 37. 1, 2, yeah, 37. Do a little sweep. Oops, no. $57 little Mtorolite seals, plates. They're gonna cost $39. $39 for flat 145. Then some more Aragonite Magic 6 specimens, and please observe the beauty. There we go. That's some glorious acicular behavior on the backdrop of some beautiful druzy coated copper rich dolomite. Tell me that isn't absolutely stunning. These little aragonite strands in the vug there. Here's the aragonite in a little crevice. A whole lot of more druzy here. Here's the aragonite. And behold. That's glorious. I know this is going to glow. That's almost chalcedony there, where there's chalcedony, and this sort of broken grey mess that's going to contain all kinds of interesting things. I'll show you just now. Ooh, this is heavy. Look at that. Juicy coated. Oh, that must be copper. And then all those, they look like pseudomorphs. The malachite that's also coated in quite a bit of juicy. a whole different orange. Maybe limonite. Maybe something else. I see no aragonite, but I'll tell you what, there will be other stuff in there for the UV guys. There we go, there's the aragonite. Rightio, let's see. Starting from the left, loads of activators, man. That's pretty special. Not much happening there. Little specks here and there. Whoa, oh wow, oh wowie. That's a lot of happy fluorescence. That's the one with the little textbook acicular aragonite. Also some manganese maybe. Oh yes please, look at that. That's hot toddy. And some more there. Oh yes please, look at that. That's a lot of excitable activators. Cool. So just for interest's sake, that one that was really wild beneath the midwave is this kind of innocuous little fella. I'll tell you what, the innocuous ones really come with goodies. This flat here weighs all of 1.68 kilograms. It's going to cost all of $123. It's a flat 128. Onto some proper dedicated flat of 12. Shiny pink cobalt bearing dolomite with quite a bit of probable calcite in the mix as well. There's a little itsy bitsy malachite. There's a beautiful thrombic habit. Nice shade of pink. This is an interesting little one. It's almost a little toroidal shapes, which would mean it's not dolomite. Actually does look like the cobalt has covered malachite. If you judge it by that little crystal there, you can see there that is rather special. Interesting. I think I'll take a photo of that one as well. Gorgeous flat of cell rose. Don't know if I gave this one any love because that is rather pretty as well. Weighing all of 1.115 kilograms. The 12 are going to cost $43. This is flat 106. Then onto some fresh Sashi River Red, partly polished Sashi River Red agate. There are 35 of these little beauties. That's special. There we go. Malumi hand chose these. It's got his grimace of approval. That's nice. That's ordinary. Nice, nice, nice. Nice-ish. ordinary. Very cool. Very nice flat of Sashi River. These 35, they're going, what do they weigh? That's 1.416 kilograms. They're going to cost $42. It's a flat 124. Then on to some celestite. What's going on here? It's an interesting flatter celestite, not your atypical. This has been polished, obviously. Let's just get in there. Nice-ish. This is I suppose it was supposed to be, well, it's half an egg. This is an interesting one. Also polished. And then these, oh man, that is what a secular celestite looks like. Kind of a bit more whiter if it's from Sakwani. Yeah, that's pretty special. Doesn't look like much, but it's a hell of a rarity. And then the normal old-fashioned largish egg geode. Always on the lookout for a little bit of a sawtooth habit. That's sawtooth, not sawtooth. Nice, it's an interesting flat of celestite. Certainly one for collectors, that one especially. They weigh all of 1.81 kilograms. They're going to cost $62. This is flat 111. On to our last flat of hollandite. 12 little crystals or clusters. That's good grade only. There's one little star hiding there. This one here is a winner. And this is the best. That is awesome. Medium grade. Twelve little hollandites, rated, well, I'd say medium to A grade. The only A grade really being that one over there. It's 410 grams. It is going to cost $43. That's a rarity. That's a flat 189. Nice. Then libethenite. Those other rarities hiding deep behind the oxygenation zones of copper deposits are these super sparkly little green crystals. And this one here has got some beautiful large crystals. That's quite special. Likewise there. That's beautiful. Look at the crystals. It's a pyramid. No, it's libethanites. 6 of these. They weigh all of 1.14 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $68. And this is Flat number 102. Lekker. On to some black tourmaline from Irongo, Namibia. And this is quite a special little flat. That is bloody marvelous. Beautiful termination. And then all those side crystals terminated as well. Likewise, beautiful luster, smoky cool. Hey, double termination. You don't see that very often. That's awesome. The vermiculite, the vermiculite range, joined by the Chaos spray range. Interesting feldspar. I want to say orthoclase. That might glow. There's proper felt. That's just ordinary feldspar. So that's a very nice. Man, this is an awesome flat of black tourmaline. So it's got a little bit of a bluish hue about it. It reminds me a little bit of Zomba, actually. I wonder if it isn't Zomba. It's not smoky enough to be Zomba. Nice feldspar. And then, off the cuff, there's highlight opal. 12 little black tool, boom, kaboom. There we go. Whole big ass kaboom. Ah, yes. The one that I thought might be. And that refutes any possibility of Malawian influence. So it highlights opal. A little scratch of highlight there. Very nice. Kaboom. Hey. Weighing slightly more than half a kilogram, these beautiful flat of black tourmaline and smoky quartz and highlight opal is going to cost $30. $30 for flat, 110. Onto the center of the trolley. It is a interesting specimen of chrysocolla and quite possibly hemimorphite. It's a tricky one. It's easy to say that it's not been silicificated. It is kind of waxy. It is dark blue. And what I think is chrysocolla could well be planchite. There's little splashes of heterogenite here and there. And I tell you what, it is, in fact, quite heavy. 1.41 kilograms worth of heavy. Rated very good. This quite spectacular blue specimen of chrysocolla, I have to assume. I can't say this is hemimorphite, not outright. But there's a bloody good chance it is. It's $45 only. And this is flat 131. Then onto a little slice of petrified woodness. That is beautiful, quite large, from Madagascar, polished both sides. Lovely character vuds. I have no idea what it weighs. Cora, what does this petrified wood slice weigh, please? It's going to cost $99. That's flat 91. Onto a large ammonite. And you'll see there's some nice red opalescence on the edge there. More opalescence on the edge. More opalescence on the edge and iridescence. Very nice. Probably rated very good only because of the side here. Sorry? 3.345. So it's less than 3.5 kilograms worth of beautiful petrified woodenness. Next up, apart from the ammonite, which is going to cost $60, it's flat 146. Is this absolutely gorgeous? Oh, malachite. Well, there's chrysocolla in the mix. You can see all that chrysocolla, the light blue, and the beautiful bladed malachite after azurite. Pseudomorphs. Look at that pattern there. All right. Oh, hello. What are you? What are you? What are you? Okay, let's just, can I keep that there? No, okay, so keep that there. And I'm going to reach over here to this little azurite here. See the blades of azurite? This. Yep. And then during the eons of time, the malachite takes over. How awesome is that? Plant-side chrysocolla and pseudomorph malachite after azurite. It's a beautiful specimen, 1.445 kilograms worth of A-grade material. It's going to cost $121. That's flat 127. Nice. And right like that, you know, there's a rule in Africa that says no good weather goes unpunished by some better weather. As far as I'm concerned, the rain clouds have pulled in and we're going to get busy. Otherwise, I'm going to blow away pretty soon. Matoku lights. That's a beautiful green clinical gems inside a mica matrix. There are these two standing freeforms with nice contrast. They are actually bloody lovely. They are very good to A grade. 960 grams. They're going to cost $54. Flat number 900. Onto some more Buchanite hook, and that is a beautiful shade of lilac, and that is stunning. Okay, minus that chip over there, but other than that, it's a beauty. Ooh, and there comes the thunder. Figster, are you alright there, buddy? He doesn't like thunder much. Hey Fig, you alright there? 12 of these beautiful little Buchanite hooks. Nota beta for Americans. This is the 30% that you want to actually just watch out for. 1.21 kilos, all rated as A grade. No surprises there. $62. This is flat number 220. Onto some polychrome jasper spheres, and this one here, automatically look at all that dragon scale there. Lovely patterning, nice distinct lines. More dragon scale, lots of dragon scale. Likewise, could be the same deposit. Most likely is 1.76 kilograms for these two reasonably large spheres. They're going to cost $52. It's a flat 913. Next up, Samla Putu Magic. Again, we got 6 Congolese cocktail fellas. This one druzy coating the malachite. This one, druzy coating the chrysocolla and malachite. This one coating, well, druzy malachite, chrysocolla. Good grade only. Cobalt bearing dolomite with beautiful druzy again. Shiny, very shiny. Oh, there we go. Hello. If it's juicy you want, happy days. These are actually relatively quite cheap. 650, 600 Rand a kg, there and thereabouts. Weighing 1.56 kilograms. These 6 are going to cost $61. It's a flatter 141. Onto some blue lace agate. 2 large, 1 geode, 2 geodes. That's very nice. Hey fella. Fixed up? You want to come out, hang out here, buddy? Shame. He's not a big fan of thunder. This is the larger of the two. I'll tell you what, I think this would be an absolute winner to polish, because that blue lace runs all the way down the side there, all the way to the bottom. So for lapidary purposes, this would be an absolute winner. That's a nice deep geode as well. Yeah, that's got a lot of potential there. These weigh all of 2.86 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $49. This is flat number 153. Then next up we got, oh hello, Shutterkite from Kaukefeld, northern Namibia. There are 6 cob pieces. Shutterkite is chrysocolla. Always nice to be on the lookout for a little bit of cuprite, or bornite for that matter. That one's whatever, but this one's absolutely superb. That is gorgeous. Malachite, Shutterkite, chrysocolla, the copper cocktail of your dreams. And always for lapidary purposes, that little generous splash of quartz will go a long way to making an attractive freeform. These 6, they weigh all of 1.68 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $34. It is flat number 390. Hey, now there. Okay, let's just start with this one here. Cobalt bearing dolomite and calcite, heterogenite. That's a beautiful hue, dark hue of pink, the cobalt. And then this fella here. Look at the gemmy nature of these crystals. That is bloody nice. As in very, very nice. Not just those two, the third one is maybe even more impressive. Have a look at this beauty. That almost fan-like layers. And if it's fan-like or thrombic, then it might very well be calcite. But that is superb. Very nice. Weighing all of 2.09 kilograms, these 3 are going to cost you $65. It is flat 568. Lekker. Next up, Seretse. We've got ourselves 20 beautiful little crystals. This one is obviously the winner. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Little scepter there. That's smoky amethyst from Shangaan country, also known as Shangaan amethyst. Other than that, there's a little anhydro. Hello, anhydro. It's not the cleanest of the crystals. Hey, come now, focus. Thank you. Not seeing much through that. Maybe it's from that side to that side. Maybe it's up and down. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Down there. Yeah. There you go. A little preserved water for the ages. These rated as good to very good at best. They weigh all of 310 grams. It's going to be $32. That's flat 915. On to red karoi. This is Zimbabwean red hematoid quartz. That is a stunning little crystal right there. Look at the clarity with that beautiful veil. Likewise, that little fella at the bottom left there, that's pretty darn special. These karoi crystals also very susceptible to the Earth's pulses. You can see how they stopped growing and then started growing again, especially around the sides there. And then obviously some of them being backed right up against a wall of iron. There's a little one. Oh, hello. What type of inclusion are you? That's very nice. That's a kind of sexy little number there. Oh, and there we got it. The Earth's pulse, and the next thing you rub out your eyes, and it's just double terminations all over the show. Like this one there. But look at all the regrowth there. It must have broken off when the Earth coughed a little bit and then freed up and got exposed to that iron-rich silica. Beautiful flat of red choroid, red hematoids, $28. It's barely anything for flat. $9.69. On to purpurite. Well, purpurite, but also heterocyte. That is that beautiful manganese purple purpurite. Metallic. Yes. The brown bits is that iron heavy heterocyte, which is the reason why these are not going to elicit much excitement with any UV exposure. These 6, they weigh all of 1.93 kilos, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost all of $41. This is for a little bit of Irongo, flat 09. Luena, bringing us nice smoky quartz clusters. So these are infamous. Oh, hello. Look at that little rebel on the side there. Infamous for being chipped. But I'll tell you what, this specimen or this cluster, apart from being absolutely beautiful, clean, has got hardly any damage. Two clusters. This one here is absolutely fabulous as well. You see that heavy iron influence there, right at the bottom. Also, highly unlike Luena to not have chips, except for one. There's always a bloody one. But other than that one, it's two absolutely pristine smoky clusters. Luena's finest. 1.79 kilos for the two, rated as very good only. They're going to cost $48. That's flat 403. On to some, it is the only flat of smallish acicular aragonite. There are 14 specimens in this flat, and I'm going to take a little bit of time. I'm also going to see the fluorescence as well, but let's run through these a little quickly because I can't. Look at that. That is beautiful. Aragonite, yes please. Aragonite there is covered by druzy. Oh, I just know this one's going to glow. Quite a bit of aragonite there. Down there in the vug as well. Ooh, hello there, you lovely little acicularness of beauty. That's lovely. Oh yes, that's there we go. Happy days. Odd yellow, let's call it limonite cum gutite coating there with the aragonite in the middle. Let's That's always very nice. There we go. Whee! That's awesome. Oh, man alive. Wicked. Excuse me. It's a lot of malachite and druzy. Not much in the way. I see biotite maybe. Not much, no reaganite on there, I think. There you go. Oh man, how awesome is that? Let's show you the UV, but let me take a photo of this one because that's just too pretty, man. Yeah, let's see what it's got. Nothing. Yeah, there's a little bit of love, a little bit of, yeah, fluorescent goodiness. There as well. Turn it around. Oh, there we go. Yeah. As well. It's the purple. It's the purple, man. What are you? Ooh, yes, please. How much there? Fig, what are you doing? There we go. Oh, here and there's a little bit of excitement. This one here especially interesting. It's a little flat. Not all of them have aragonite, but some do. Most do. I think there's only the one that doesn't. I did actually choose these myself, mostly because for their fluorescence. So if it doesn't have aragonite, it'll have fluorescence. 1.11 kilograms. These are going to cost all of $90. This is flat number 187. Azurite, 4 of them. That's malachite and azurite from the Congo. Nice little interesting malachite behavior. And there's the first signs of those blades, the pseudomorphs. Right, there's a malachite. In the process, literally caught in the act of changing. Oh wow, caught in the act of oxidizing. Azurite into malachite, and then gorgeous little gemmy behavior right there, peeking through, giving us some insight to some more magic. These 4 specimens, they're going to weigh, well, they do weigh 1.175 kilograms. They cost all of $54. This is flat 173. Onto some petrified wood. Slices. These are slices. That's got some very nice, shiny, just beneath the surface. Bit of quartz. There's more of that hematite that surprised me earlier. There's more of the iron that I come familiar with. Nice bulky texture. More hematites. Petrified wood slices. They I don't know what they weigh, but they cost $44. This is flat number 183. Onto something a little bit different. 2 Labradorite bowls. I never saw these come in, and then I noticed one flat was sold online, and I went, oh, I never knew we had Labradorite bowls. So I went looking for the only other flat, and this is what they look like. See, that's all right. Bit of a novelty, to say the least. Quite a bit of biotite in here, but I'm not going to accuse it of being too flashy. Quite the conservative Labradorite bowls. No, I can't see any flash on the inside there. $75 for the 2. It's a flat 644. On to dioptase. There are 16 specimens here. That there is spectacular. That's nice. That there is downright ordinary. Ordinary. Yeah, it's alright. That's cute. Yeah, whatever. Oh, hello. Wow. If it wasn't for the scuff marks, that would be friggin' amazing. Large dioptase crystal. Very nice and translucent as well. There we go. A little bit of that malachite pseudomorphs. Oh, as the sun comes out, whilst it's raining now, there's a term for that in Afrikaans. What is it again, Audrey? Wolf? Jakkalstrou met wolfse vrou, which means jackal marries wife. Jackal marries wolf's wife. That's an Afrikaans saying. I assume that it means it doesn't happen very often. This flat's going to be $126, barely anything from dioptase. Granted, it's only rated as medium to good grade for 550 grams, flat 493. On to rose quartz hearts. And these hearts are literally overflowing because look at how bulgy they are. Quite the round hearts. Nice veil. Very nice and gemmy. This one's got a subtle hint of lavender in there somewhere. Likewise. Weighing all of 1.27 kilograms. These are rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $39. $39 for... That's very cheap. Flat number 8. Petrified wood limbs. They're 2 largish limbs. If texture is your game, then these are most definitely fit into your portfolio. That is a beautiful polish, and then that petrified wood texture on the sides, absolutely brilliant. Hey, I picked up the wrong end and got introduced to a nice vug with quite a lot of juicy. Very, very nice. Weighing 1.78 kilos, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $36. This is this is flat number 866. Then some chrysocolla, Laputu style. That's very good. Feels a little silicated. Here we got a whole lot of chrysocolla and druzy. A very ice cold druzy. That's kind of sexy. That's kind of whatever. That's kind of a yes, please. And that's also absolutely beautiful. If you like pretty, then you'll love these. Weighing all of 1.135 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost all of $46. This is flat number 120. Next up, 2-hole ammonites. This one here has got also quite the opalescence. Look at those beautiful electric red streaks, capturing the eye and the imagination. No electric red streaks, forcing you to use your imagination. Oh, I lied. There you go, you got off lightly. But not too vehement. There we go. These two ammonites, they weigh 1.1 kilograms, very good to A grade. They're going to cost $76. That's flat number 792. Onto a flat of etched blue lace agates. It's Charles Sydney. They are rather fetching, if I say so myself. Or at least 5 of them are. That's nice to have the insides, the geodes intact. Because if they're etched and there's no geode, it's a pretty droll affair. That's gorgeous. And the last one has got like the promise of excitement. And it's there, it's little, it's cute, and it's a pity because the rest were bloody awesome. This flat here weighs 950 grams, rated very good to A grade. That's probably 5 A grade and 1 very good. Weigh up $30 only. That's cheap, man. Flat 565. Onto pseudomorphs. There we go. Malachite after azurite with a nice dusting of chrysocolla to make life delectable. Look at those fanny blades of the azurite. There's 6 of them in this flat. They're not all blades because there's a little bit of botryoidal spherical action happening. Very much spherical action happening. Yummy. Delicate little fellas, this. Rated very good to A grade. These 6, a hell of a rarity. Not cheap either. Weighing 1.135 kilograms, so they're going to cost $82. This is flat number 105. Center of the trolley, and we greeted by my beautiful, handsome brown dog, and this large ammonite. It is large, and it has beautiful jigsaw patterning. I don't know if these have been fixed up there. On the other side, you can see how hard the guys, so they don't come out of the ground looking like this, by the way. They got to polish all the muck, dirt and gravel off them, which is why sometimes you'll see a little mark here is where they break the crust. But that is very big. And that is beautiful jigsaw patterning. Calcite. A lot of calcite. I haven't actually checked if these fluoresce. I think I might just have to do that. There we go. Little specks of pyrite as well. This beastie weighs 3.71 kilos. Let's see if it fluoresces. calcite side towards me. Let's see if there's any action. I can't imagine that would be resin. That I would understand, but it's a bit of a filler. However, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The calcite itself is not really doing anything. Let's see if this blue is on the other side as well. Okay, a little bit more excitement here. Yeah, it's there. Filler dust, maybe. But the patterns are fantastic. How awesome is that? There we go. This large ammonite's going to cost $219. That's flat 618. Onto some Irongo magic, and it is a large black tourmaline specimen with vermiculite and, yes, highlight opal. Look at that lovely luster on the side of the crystals. There's some beautiful terminations, a little bit of smoky quartz in between. A lot of black tourmaline massive, and that's an attractive small cabinet specimen. Small cabinet piece, and yeah, if your cabinet had a little bit of UV, then your cabinet would be rather attractive. There we have it. A beautiful black tourmaline specimen, weighing 1.32 kilograms, rated very good only. It's $48. It's a bargain. It's a flat 58. Lekker. Then onto a large planet pink. It is a rose quartz sphere of such magnitude that it has its own gravity field. That's why it stays there. Nice and gemmy. Oh, let me just zoom out because it's that large. Weighing, I think it's about 16 kilograms. Yes, 16.49 kilograms. This pig planet is going to cost $467. That's flat 634. Onto the last specimen, and it's a museum chrysocolla with small little stalagmitics. All covered in a beautiful shiny druzy. This beautiful specimen here weighs 2.695 kilograms. It's got a lacquer amount of heterogenite, a little bit of botryoidal or reniform malachite as well. Massive rarity, massively beautiful. I think after I say goodbye, I'm going to keep on recording this for a little while because I find it very soothing. 2.695 A-grade museum chrysocolla and druzy, malachite and heterogenite. It's going to cost $525. This is flat 119. Thanks guys for tuning in again. Namibia isn't that far away, apparently. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh, I was just saying that Namibia is 2 weeks away.
Oh yeah, but we can yes, it'll be here soon.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Also speaking to Nick earlier on, the plans for more Madagascar is ongoing. So we're just trying to wrap our minds and our bank accounts around that. And then because we need to get back there and back in South Africa as soon as possible. Saturday, see you guys then. Until then, have an absolute beaut. And for the next 2-3 minutes, enjoy the chrysocolla. Bye.